Oh yeah, and I've got to do my intro, don't I?
Oh, good luck.
That thing. I can't remember what I said. What was it? Oh, it was What's That I Hear, wasn't it? What's that I hear? Is it some commenters? Yeah, welcome back to Calling All Commenters. With me, Brad, and you, Nisha.
Hi.
We may both be a little low energy today. Nisha is just not feeling great. And,
a lot of travelling and just drinking alcohol, to be fair.
And I have COVID. Yay, I think I've still got my little test here. It's just sat here, nice and positive. So yeah, I have COVID. I'm doing okay. It just feels like a annoying cold, and thankfully I still have my sense of taste, which is the one thing I didn't want to lose. Anyway, so today's Calling All Commenters. Last time Nisha suggested a prompt, which I believe was along the lines of, we wanted people to tell us the funniest or strangest things that they've witnessed happening to other people, or they've overheard or overseen in public. Like the kind of things where you see or hear it and you can't forget it. So before we start, do you have any of those, Nisha?
The one that always comes to mind, because I post about it on Facebook, so every year I'll catch the same status of, God's sake. I was just sat at home, and the house I used to live in, it didn't have a front garden or anything, so it was just kind of on the main street. So you always get a load of like loud people walking past. And I was on my own at night, and I think it must have been like 10 PM or something like that, and someone just walked past. I have no idea if they were talking to someone, if they were talking to themselves. And I swear down, they said, "I want to sleep with Jesus." That was it. And I was just like... And I post it on Facebook, and then every year I see it, and I want to sleep with Jesus.
I'm trying to figure out, because like they could mean it like in a spiritual way, or they could know somebody called Jesus.
But it's not a very common name, so
no.
Just. I mean, it's not the most probably not the most entertaining one, but it's the one just sticks in my head.
It's a fairly strong start, I would say. That's quite a good one. So, as always, there's like an extra rule that I come up with for these when I look through the comments to find something to talk about. And these ones are, I wanted to find ones that there is no explanation for. So I wanted to find ones where when you read through it, you're like, what? Why? Or like, this is just so bizarre that you have to the reason why you remember it is because it doesn't make sense and you spend hours trying to figure out what happened. So I think that one fits,
Yeah, I was kind of I don't know, because I didn't hear anyone respond, so I feel like they were on their own. They're just walking around saying these things.
Yeah, so I have 10 comments, as usual. They have been slightly retyped or paraphrased in order to make them easier to read to get through, because sometimes people just...
For me.
Well, it's so that they're in short sentences and they make more sense. And as always, I haven't kept the names in because you need to ask permission and stuff. So if anybody wants to claim any of these stories or give us any extra details, you can do so in the comments. So I've sent you the first comment through now.
So I saw some pretty awesome stuff back when I was working at the Hollywood Bowl. Hey, I've been there. If it's the one in Sheffield. My shifts often ended right around the start of the shows, so I would always see crowds of people walking up to the venue as I was leaving. On one occasion, I saw this man in a bright orange two-piece cheerleader outfit with a Batman cowl on. It was at the same time the most awesome thing I've ever seen and the most confusing.
So what context would have somebody wearing a two-piece orange cheerleader outfit but wearing a Batman cowl? And that's why this one stuck out to me. I can see somebody wearing the cheerleader outfit or wearing the Batman cowl, but not both.
I find it really hard to imagine it. I'm thinking, were there any other accessories as well? But also, what kind of show are they going to? When it said going to shows, Hollywood Bowl to me is bowling.
No, I think the Hollywood Bowl is the name of an arena in the US.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I actually, I remember now, I googled that when I typed this up because of this. I had the same reaction to you, because Hollywood Bowl is the name of a bowling alley chain in the UK. Did someone make a conscious decision to wear the cheerleader outfit and the Batman cowl? Because that sounds to me like the guy wore a cheerleader outfit and then borrowed the Batman cowl off someone else.
They stole it from someone.
That's the only explanation I can think of. Or they just wanted to look dapper as fuck.
There's some sort of inside joke going on.
Maybe.
That we don't know about.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I've sent you through another comment.
Okay. I was in a cafe getting a drink when I overheard two women chatting. Personally, I don't even understand why he put the fork in his arse, let alone how it got stuck. They left shortly after, possibly because I was laughing into my own latte.
Now, I don't know about...
Ouch!
I don't know about you, but a fork wouldn't be my utensil of choice to go up the bum. I think the knife is the worst one. But a spoon is surely better.
Oh, it's just the fact it's not stuck as well.
Oh, God.
Like, so does that mean he put it in, you know, the prong way? I feel like once the whole thing's in, it's no going out. It's no going out, it's no coming out.
It's not coming out, it's not staying in. The thing I like about this is I don't understand why he put the fork in his arse.
Like
these people, these people are questioning why. I mean, someone's kinky. That's got to be the reason why. Unless you're trying to get something out. Maybe there's some. Maybe they put the spoon up first and it got stuck, so they put the fork up to try and get the spoon out.
Oh no! A load of utensils. Like, I don't know, the other half's just trying to make dinner. It's like, where's all the utensils gone? Honey, where's all the forks, all the knives and the spoons?
The rolling pins were missing for a while. Alright, minigame right now. Minigame right now. Worst utensil to put up your ass.
I still feel like a very sharp knife would be the worst.
Very sharp knife is probably the worst. I reckon a whisk could be pretty bad. Because it was like, you have to...
I'm just thinking of that. Have you seen that clip on Come Dine With Me where that guy's whisking that batter and then he just tastes it and he just sticks the whisk in his mouth. He's like...
No. In the comments, this won't be the next episode. We're not doing a whole episode of worst kitchen utensils to show up your ass. But if people would like to contribute, feel free.
I walked past a girl leaving Walmart with her friend. I overheard her saying, I love Walmart. What, am I saying that right, Walmart?
What Walmart?
Walmart. Yeah, because I've got headphones on. Slightly funny, I can't tell if I'm pronouncing words correctly. Walmart. I love Walmart. You can literally fucking just walk in with a stapler and no one will question you. What?
I know. Like, where has this person been kicked out of before for going in with a stapler? That Walmart is the exception. Like, you can
Staples.
you can go anywhere you want, as long as you don't bring a stapler. But if you bring a stapler, you get kicked out, unless it's Walmart, and then you're allowed in.
It's just such a random thing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, you know, a knife, because that would obviously raise a lot of questions, but I don't think a staple would cause much of an issue. Unless you're wielding it like a weapon, you're going to staple people. Depends what kind of stapler, because you've got the ones that you use for, you know, stationery, but then you've got the ones like the staple guns. Could have been a staple gun.
Did this person have a stapler with them when they said this? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Like, they were walking out and they went in, like, they were on their way to Walmart and they were like, oh no, what if I can't go in because I've got a stapler with me? And then they're allowed through the doors, and then on the way out, they're like, you know what, I love Walmart. You could just walk in with a stapler and no one says anything while clicking the little stapler in the air. Sending through the next one now. Quite a long one, this one, but good payoff, I hope.
I once worked in a bar with a large outside seating area accessed through a full glass double door. Middle-aged woman opens the doors and comes in, closing it behind her, and orders tea for two. I offer to take it outside for her when it's ready, but she insists on waiting and bringing it out herself. I serve her drinks and she goes to return to her table. She walks straight into the glass door, smashing one of her cups and causing a bit of a scene. I run over to help her, only for her to start shouting about how the door should have stickers on it so people can see it. I'm still trying to help and not laugh. Then she drops the bomb that broke me, and I quote, "This is absolutely ridiculous. Someone needs to do something about this. So this is the second time this week this has happened to me." What, the same place?
I don't know. But
She just has a habit of walking into glass doors.
yeah, apparently someone can't see glass doors.
I mean, it's a pretty common thing though, isn't it?
Walking into a glass
I
I don't think I've walked into a glass door. I think I've done the opposite and thought there was a window there when there wasn't. So you reach out to push the door or something and there just isn't one.
You just fall through.
Well, no, I didn't do like the fucking Derek Trotter and fall through the bar. I think it was just, I just put my hand down and it wasn't there and I was like, what?
I say it's a common thing because I've just seen so many like failed army videos.
I guess, yeah.
People walking into glass doors. to have it happen twice in 1 week.
Yeah, I like to think it was the same place as well. Like, she's a regular. She comes every single day. And she started sitting outside 'cause it's sunny, but she just walks into the glass doors every time she comes.
There's like, why did she... Because she insisted on taking the drinks out herself.
It's like something needs to be done about this. They need to make a change for me, because I don't look at doors.
They just need a massive sticker, like she said, that's a glass door. Or just cover the entire thing like a wallpaper sort of thing. Oh, this is a glass door. Watch your face, don't break it.
Just patronising. So it's got her name on it. Mrs. I don't know.
Oh god, I really hope it is the same place.
Mrs. Coffee Woman. This is a glass door. Do not walk into me, thank you. Comment 5. Nice quick one.
I once delivered a pizza to a guy who was wearing a condom and absolutely nothing else. The kicker is the guy lived a 2-minute drive away from my restaurant.
He was so busy, he couldn't even walk around the corner.
It reminds me of that comment. It was like, I don't know if it was a Yelp review or something. Someone had given a restaurant like 1-star review, and the reason why was because they were expecting the delivery to be like 30 minutes, but it was actually 20 minutes, which was too early because the guy was like balls deep in his wife. But he came too early, but I didn't, so, you know. At least put something on.
I know, like come on.
Surely, like, some pants aren't too far. You know, they should just be near the bed or whatever.
I wouldn't even answer the door with my shirt off, let alone, like, just a condom just dangling up.
I hate answering the door when I've not had a shower. I hate looking gross. So I've got like a bit of greasy hair, it's like, I don't want to answer the door. They're going to think I'm a slob. Postman keeps... Every time the postman knocks on my door, I'm just a slob in, like, jogging bottoms. It's like, she got a job.
I also want to point out they never specified where the condom was being worn.
On his nose.
Pinocchio.
It's Pinocchio.
Alright, next one up.
Funniest thing I've heard in public was 4 guys in their 20s talking about how the pubs are actively sabotaging men from picking up girls during their nights out drinking. How, you ask? Because the burger joint sells more burgers to guys like go home alone. What?
It's a big conspiracy.
They were totally serious about a big conspiracy between burger joints and the... I don't get that. What? How? Because the burger joints sell more burgers to guys.
So from what I can get, from what I get from this, the point appears to be that there were 4 guys chatting about how the burger joints must, like, when they said the burger joints sell more burgers, though, do they mean like...
No, it's just, to me that sounds like when guys pick up girls, or vice versa, or whatever, they go into, you know, get a burger at the end of the night, and if they're in a couple, the guy behind the counter's like, no, I'm not going to serve you.
Yeah, no, what I think it is that they're saying that the people in the pubs are stopping guys from hooking up with girls, so that when the guys leave, they'll be on their own, and they're more likely to buy a burger. So there's a conspiracy between the pubs and the takeaways, where the pubs have to actively make sure that men go home on their own. No wonder I never go home with anyone.
How are they doing that, though? How are the pubs doing that?
I don't know. Like, I actually can't think how a pub would sabotage, like, the courting ritual.
The only thing they can do is, like, if they see men chatting up women, they're like, oi, come over here. He's like, what? Don't go in with her. And then start making up lies. Come here, you. Don't trust her. But, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I won't go home without...
Like, I understand the basic premise of the conspiracy. The idea that if burgers are going to be sold more to single guys, then, you know, the pubs work together with the restaurants to make sure they're single. But I don't understand how.
I feel like something must have happened numerous times to them to make them think that.
Specifically them.
Maybe they're just shitty people. No one wants to go home with them. Maybe
they're arseholes who got kicked out of pubs and bars when they were like, oh, we're pulling, or they thought they were going to pull, and they were being really, like, harassy towards girls.
Yeah.
And so they got thrown out by the bartenders or the bouncers. So in their mind, it wasn't because they're arseholes, it's because there's a conspiracy. I think we've cracked. I think we've cracked that.
They were clearly like getting along with the women. They were what they thought they were.
Yeah.
The women just like, can you sort them out? Yeah, sure. Every single pub.
Cracked it.
For all sorts.
See, geniuses.
We know.
Yeah, we do. Cracked it.
Stepped out of work for a cigarette to hear a guy on his phone who was quite annoyed at his friend's choice of sexual partner. Stop fucking my nan. You're pissing me off now.
Now. He was alright with it
before.
The first time.
First time I was like, alright.
I love it if he's like, mate, I fucked your nan. He's like, alright, just don't let it happen again. I've fucked your nan
I'll
again.
let you off.
Come on, man, stop it. And then the next time, I've fucked your nan again. Seriously, stop fucking my nan.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's the extra levels that make these ones funny. Like, it's not just the fact that someone's like, don't fuck my nan. It's like, you're pissing me off now. Stop fucking my nan. You're pissing me off now.
But yeah, anyone else, if I found out someone was, getting it on with my mama, I'd be pissed straight away. Oh, God.
Oh, there's not really much to that one. It's just...
No, I just kind of want to know what happened after.
I mean, if you're fucking someone's nan, she must be good. Otherwise, why would you keep fucking the nan? I mean, to be honest, like, we don't know for a fact the person who was fucking the person's nan wasn't the same age as the nan.
Yeah, we're just assuming it's someone our age, aren't we?
Yeah, it could be like, maybe it's someone's, like maybe their boss. Could be like a 6-year-old boss. And he's like, stop fucking my nan. Seriously.
Yeah, that doesn't make it seem as bad. We're just imagining someone our age, just...
Okay, we're up to our 8th comment. Hopefully this one's still entertaining. I can't tell. Like we said, we're a bit low energy. I'm leaning away from the camera to sniffle.
I once saw a 7-foot, 2.13 metre, 500 pound, 227 kilo man dressed like Louise from Bob's Burgers. Just out shopping for groceries. We made eye contact. I'd rather not have done that.
7 foot tall already would make this strange. Like, there are not many 7 foot tall people. But 7 foot tall, 500 pound, dressed like Louise from Bob's Burgers. Like, the fact that they're dressed like Louise from Bob's Burgers...
I think I know who that is.
I think I have an idea. But that's the least important part of this whole thing. To be honest, if I was 7 foot tall, I'd wear whatever the fuck I wanted. Who's going to say anything? But it's like when you look at Greg Davis. Like, that man is a beast. Magnificent beast, one might say. And it's like, he can get away with probably anything. So if you're 7 foot tall, 500 pounds, you could do whatever you wanted. You could go wherever you wanted. No one's going to say anything to you. Imagine someone trying to start a fight with someone like that. You know when you get those 5 foot warriors out in clubs who are those, like those guys who always try and prove they're tough because they've got an issue with their heights. So they start fights with people that are taller than them. Imagine someone who's 5 foot trying to start a fight with someone who's 7 feet tall.
You just wouldn't. Like, that guy probably wouldn't even need to, lift much of a finger. Just,
living his best life. I also love the mystery of, we made eye contact, I'd rather not have done that. What look did he get back?
You cursed him.
a look of you and me later.
I'm imagining, something was weird with his eyes. Or his eyes 7 foot long. Just,
Oh, what?
No cute eyes.
Why is your mind going there?
What?
7 foot long eyes? What, like tubes? Like fluorescent tubing just coming out of their head? I think that would have been mentioned if that was on there. I saw a 7 foot tall person with eyeballs that reached the floor.
It was around 5 a.m. and I just finished a graveyard shift, so I went to local 7-Eleven to grab some food. I noticed there's a van-sized hole through the glass wall, but the store is still operational, so I go in. While I'm grabbing a drink, all of a sudden, a young 7-Eleven worker approached me. "Hey man, do you love my hair?" So I was so thrown off. This kind of seems like Google Translate at the minute. So thrown off. He had half bleached hair and his cologne was way too strong. "Yeah man, it looks cool." "Thanks, I'm going to propose to this girl later." "Oh cool, congratulations." "Thanks, she's been coming to this store for about a week now and I'm going to ask her to marry me." As he says this, he shows me the ring he's bought for her. So he's going to propose to a girl he barely knows, who's only been shopping here for a week, and he's planning to do it that night in the store. Part of me wanted to stay and watch, but I wanted to go home. I nervously wished him the best and left with my things. The next morning, I went back to the 7-Eleven and he wasn't there. I asked the other co-worker what happened to him, and he got rejected so hard that he quit. Wait, but what is the van-sized hole?
Exactly the reason why I picked this one. This person tells this whole story about this incident of this shop worker who was going to propose to someone they've just met, but opened it by saying there was a fucking hole in the wall and then never explained that bit. And I was like...
It sounds like Google Translate, because it's just random. Like, hey, do you like my hair? Not, shit, have you seen this hole in the wall?
But the reason I chose it is because I was like, why is there a hole in the wall? Why do you not say, oh, the hole was there because... Like, you didn't need to mention that bit. It wasn't relevant to the story, but clearly it was something that they remembered.
Right, yeah, like... I'm so confused.
Like, the story in itself is, you know, one of those things where it's like, oh, God. I mean, I'd also argue it's not technically overhearing something, because they were involved in the conversation. But a few of these other ones have been like that. It's not really, that's been pedantic. But why is there a hole in the wall?
I thought there was going to be, like, a twist. Like, this girl that he was going to propose to was involved in this van-sized hole. Like, she drove the van in or some shit. I don't know.
Nope. We're never going to know.
Well, oh, shit. So many mysteries.
No,
I'm more confused than anything. Bring on the wall.
Bring on the wall. I've saved what is my favourite one for last.
Your favourite.
Okay. Just complete nonsense. And you're going to have a fun time with this one because it involves cats.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh god, it's very short. I saw a man trip over a raised pavement in Holmfirth. A dildo fell out of his bag. It hit a cat. Truly joyous time to be alive. Was it his cat or just a cat?
I don't know, but...
I imagine it's a random cat.
What a thing to see when you're just out and about. Someone trips over a pavement, the dildo falls out of their bag and whacks a cat in the head. Poor cat. That's the wrong kind of pussy. I'm going to make that joke because somebody else would have done.
Oh my
and then,
god.
Truly joyous time to be alive. That says to me that person who witnessed that laughed their fucking tits off for hours. Like, you would, wouldn't you?
Oh my god. It's always like people falling over that get me as well. Because, you know, as long as they're okay.
Yeah.
Adam's kryptonite when kids fall over.
Yeah.
Because we'll be walking, and this happened recently. Like, we saw a kid just deck it. And I looked at Adam because I knew he'd seen it, and he was just like...
When we were making the That's Bollocks podcast, which if anyone hasn't listened to is on Spotify, That's Bollocks it's called. When we were making that, we were talking about kids. And Adam said, I hate kids. The only thing I like about kids is when they fall over. That's 10 funny things that people have seen. I had a fun time going through all of them. Picked out some that were... like I said, I thought they were...
Mysterious.
Yes, like you're trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
Why is the answer. As always, we end these by turning to our viewers and asking them for more comments, because that's the whole point of the series, is we go to you when we ask for comments, so we can then talk about them. So, I feel like we've done a few recently that are very much like asking people for their perspectives and what things they've seen or things that they've done. And instead, I'm going to go back to the origin of this series, the first episode, and I want to talk about fictional things again. So, what I want to look for now, I want people to tell me the most evil or weird or creepy thing that a main character or hero did in a film or TV show that was never acknowledged to be a bad thing. Something they got away with, where we look back at it, whether it's with like retrospective, with like older eyes, and when you look back and go, hang on a sec, that wasn't okay. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because yesterday I watched You've Got Mail. Me and my mum watched You've Got Mail.
Yeah.
And the thing that I found really creepy about that is that Tom Hanks' character realizes quite early on that he's actually communicating with this woman who hates him and doesn't tell her, and spends the rest of the film...
Because he owns basically a store that's destroying her.
Yes, he ruins her business, but he's afraid of telling her the truth, like who he is, because he knows that she won't like him. So instead, he manipulates her into liking him first, and then tells her. And, like, you think that it's not going to be like that. You think that she also knows. And it's, like, hinted that she sort of knew. But then there's loads of scenes after that where they've become friends, and they're chatting, and he keeps saying, like, oh, maybe it means this. Maybe there's what you went, like, what's he saying? What's this guy saying? And then she goes back and talks to the guy again. So he's manipulating her. And, like, that's what I want. I want characters who do shady shit or do something weird or creepy or just, like, you know, everyone talks about Twilight and how Edward Cullen just watches her sleep all night. It's like, they're the examples that we know about. I want, like, a character, like when Carl did that rant about how Ross is actually a horrible person. I want that. I want characters who are supposed to be good characters who actually do creepy shit.
Like, there's the one with the Notebook as well.
What's the Notebook?
Where basically, Noah, it's Ali and Noah, like, the main characters. And Noah, like, sees her at a fairground, even though she's, like, with her friends. I don't know if she's with a boyfriend or not. Or she's on a date with another guy, and he will not leave her alone. Like, he harasses her to go on a date with him, to the point where she's on, like, a Ferris wheel, and he climbs up the Ferris wheel and, like, I think he, like, threatens to, like, jump off.
He threatens
like,
to kill himself, doesn't he?
If you don't go out with me, and it's like, a way to start a relationship.
I feel like older rom-coms are going to be basically, there's going to be so many of those, because, like, things that were seen as romantic, you look back on them now and you're like, well, that was really manipulative. Like, people want romance, but, like, if that happened in real life, you'd be like, fuck off. Most of those old films just have questionable moments in it, and we want to hear them. So, yeah, let us know. It could be even a modern one. It doesn't have to be an old one. If there's a character in a TV show, like, who does something shady, the point is they have to not get called on it. Because, like, if anyone's seen, like, for example, The 100, there's a character in that who's the main character who does a bunch of shady shit, but they get called on it all the time. It's like, I want stuff where the character never gets called on it. Like, it's not seen as a bad thing, it's never brought up, it's not, and, like, through modern eyes or through, like, the viewer's eyes, you look at that character and go, wait a minute, how are they the hero? Like, look at, like, Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I was just thinking about How I Met Your Mother.
He does some horrible shit. When you look at, like, the manipulation he does.
I know.
Oh, God. But yeah, no, that's been the COVID episode. Yeah, I think I'm not too bad, I think.
Energetic.
Apart from, like, sniffing a bit, and I'm fine. Hopefully it was just as entertaining as the previous ones. And if anyone else has any other examples of things they've seen as well, they can also stick that in the comments. I know a lot of people like to do that. When they're late to the party, they stick it in the comments. And yeah, I usually have a read through. Yeah, I tend to read most side channel comments because it's usually only about 100 or so. But yeah, what's that I hear? At the end of the episode.
Yes, Brad.